Welcome to Concrete Block, the podcast where we dive into the latest news and current events from around the world. I'm your host, Walter. Today, we're going to explore a significant shift in public opinion in the United States regarding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. According to a recent Gallup poll, for the first time, Americans sympathize more with the Palestinians than with the Israelis. The poll found that 41% of Americans side with the Palestinians, while 36% support Israel. This marks a notable change from last year, when Israel led in sympathies 46% to 33%. This shift in public opinion is largely driven by independents, who now favor the Palestinian people by 11 percentage points. Meanwhile, Republicans continue to strongly back Israel, with 70% siding with the Jewish state. However, this figure has declined by 10 percentage points over the past decade. On the other hand, Democrats' views of Israel have become increasingly negative, with 65% sympathizing with the Palestinians and only 17% supporting Israel. It's essential to note that these findings reflect a complex and multifaceted issue, with various factors contributing to the changing landscape of public opinion. The Gaza war and the subsequent response from the international community have likely played a role in shaping Americans' perspectives on the conflict. As we delve deeper into this story, it's crucial to consider the nuances and complexities involved. We'll examine the potential implications of this shift in public opinion and how it may impact U.S. foreign policy and the ongoing peace process. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We're diving into a developing story that's been escalating over the past few days. Tensions between Pakistan and Afghanistan have reached a boiling point, with Pakistan's defense minister declaring that the two countries are now at open war. This comes after a series of cross-border attacks and airstrikes, with both sides exchanging blame. According to reports, Pakistan launched airstrikes on major cities in Afghanistan, including the capital Kabul, in retaliation for an Afghan attack on Pakistani border troops. The situation has been deteriorating rapidly, with both countries accusing each other of aggression. Pakistan's defense minister, Khawaja Mohammad Asif, took to social media to announce that his country's patience had run out and that it was now engaged in an open war with Afghanistan. The conflict has been fueled by long-standing tensions between the two nations, including disputes over border territories and allegations of supporting militant groups. The situation is further complicated by the presence of millions of Afghan refugees in Pakistan who have been facing increasing pressure to return to their home country. As the situation continues to unfold, there are concerns about the potential humanitarian impact on civilians caught in the crossfire. Both countries have a history of conflict, and the current escalation has raised fears of a wider regional instability. We'll continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as more information becomes available. In the meantime, we urge both sides to exercise restraint and work towards a peaceful resolution to this conflict. The people of Pakistan and Afghanistan deserve stability and security, and it's imperative that their leaders work towards achieving that goal. Welcome back to Concrete Block. Today we're diving into a complex and sensitive topic, the potential for regime change in Iran. A recent article has sparked intense debate about the role of the United States in shaping the future of the Islamic Republic. The author argues that the current Iranian government is the root cause of instability in the Middle East, and a major obstacle to peace, and that the U.S. should consider using sustained military force to weaken the regime and pave the way for Iranians to take back their country. The article presents a detailed plan for how this could be achieved, including targeting Iran's security forces, fracturing the chain of command, and providing close air support to protesters. The author believes that this approach would embolden demonstrators and create an opportunity for a new, more democratic government to emerge. However, it's essential to acknowledge the potential risks and challenges associated with such an approach. Military intervention can have unintended consequences, including civilian casualties, destabilization, and even the rise of new extremist groups. Moreover, the Iranian people have the right to self-determination, and any external interference must be carefully considered to avoid undermining their autonomy. It's also important to recognize that there are diverse perspectives on this issue, both within Iran and internationally. Some argue that regime change is necessary to bring about stability and security, while others believe that diplomacy and engagement are more effective ways to address the challenges posed by the Islamic Republic. As we conclude today's discussion, it's clear that the situation in Iran is complex and multifaceted. While there are no easy answers, it's crucial to approach this topic with nuance and empathy, considering the potential consequences of any action for the Iranian people and the wider region. That's all for today's Concrete Block. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay informed.